Welcome back to the best Dominion cards list. This is the second part of the cards costing 5, or part 13 in total. Let's continue. Rank 51, Mandarin from Hinterlands. Mandarin is 3 ranks higher than last time, but with similar points. It has also pretty low deviation with no vote above 40%, and on the other side no vote on the last rank. It would be 1 rank lower on the unweighted list. Mandarin is another cheap gold, but you need an action to play it. What makes it better than the last cheap gold alternatives? The drawback of this card is to put back a card in your deck. But this can also be very nice, because you can prepare your next turn just like Courtyard does it. So if you have more money than you need, or if you have colliding terminals, just put back a card. But with colliding terminals, the other card might be even stronger and you want to play that this turn. The on-buy effect can also be very nice. With a 5/2 opening, you can buy the wanted stronger card for 5 next turn too, and get an additional Mandarin. Mandarin Hunting Party or Mandarin Mint are very nice openings, and it's not that bad in double tactician games. In the late game, where you miss 8 or 11 coins, you can just play 1 platinum or 2 golds, buy the Mandarin, and have a higher chance to reach it in the next turn. That can be very effective. And there's also the hard to set up golden deck, which you can build with Horn of Plenty. But still, it's a cheap gold, and there are many better alternatives on the board most of the times. Rank 50, Royal Seal from Prosperity. Now we're making a bigger jump of 4 percentage points and come to an even another treasure. It's on the same rank as last year, but still lost around 2 percentage points. It has the second highest deviation in this list so far, but that's mainly because one outlier seems to really love this card. I don't know if there's much to say about Royal Seal. It's another silver with bonus card. You probably want it early in the game, as it will accelerate your strategy. It's strictly superior to silver, so if you want a silver anyway and have 5 coins, you can pick it up unhesitatingly. But still, it's very expensive for a 5 cost card, and there are better cards for the same cost around most of the times. Rank 49, Mystic from Dark Ages. Now we're making an even bigger jump of nearly 8 percentage points out of the bad cards range. And this is the first Dark Ages card. It has no last rank and 5 ranks above average. In the unweighted list it would be 1 rank higher. Mystic is a Conspirator and Wishing Well mix-up. It's non-terminal, it's really no bad card and hurts rarely in your deck. But unless you haven't any helper cards that let you guess the top card of your deck, it's like a minion without attack option. With 2 Mystics in hand, you can at least draw 1 card. Mystic is good with Jabal or in other thin decks where your deck will contain not much other cards than Mystics. It's also good on any board that offers no terminal draw, which you want for big money or for an engine. So it can be also a great addition in a scrying pool engine, for example, because all you want is the non-terminal money. You can now profit from opponents' spies, scrying pools, duchesses, or sort of negate, fortune teller, ghost ship, bureaucrat, rabble, and other top decking attacks. And of course it combos with apothecary, cartographer, and maybe also Wishing Well itself, and other cards which let you arrange the top of your deck. But still, with any strong attack or strong terminal draw, Mystic is way too slow and not the way to go. Rank 48, Mint from Prosperity. Slightly better than Mystic is Mint. It's on the same rank as last time, with also basically the same points. It has 5 votes above average and low last rank. In the unweighted ranking it would be below Mystic. Mint can duplicate a treasure card in your hand. The problem is you need that gold or platinum in your hand, so you really need to draw most of your deck with a good engine, or need a small deck to accomplish this regularly. In the first case, you probably don't want Mint, because you don't want too many treasure cards. But for the latter case, Mint itself helps. Most of the time, you buy Mint just to trash most of your coppers. It really depends if you want Mint with your opening buy, as you are now left with only 2 coppers having no buying power. The only opening which is really powerful is Mint Fool's Gold, currently at rank number 4 of all openings, because you have a small deck and get 2 Fool's Golds per turn most of the times. Again, beware, don't confuse Mint with mine. Rank 47, Graverobber from Dark Ages. Here's the second Dark Ages card. It has the highest deviation in this list so far. This shows the 4 votes above average, which were all above 70%. Graverobber can either get a card out of the trash or is an expand for action cards. Both options are heavily depending on the board, which may result in this higher deviation. An expand for 5 coins can be really strong, especially if you have loaded up on many non-terminal 5-cost cards like Treasury, Stables, Laboratory or City, to name a few. It works especially well with Upgrade, as it gets cards in the trash which we can get back later with Graverobber. And also with Highway, because we could potentially get provinces out of the trash. If Graverobber is the only treasure benefit card on the board, then getting cards out of the trash option is often really slow. But with others, before mentioned Upgrade, it can be really strong. Another nice combo is Border Village plus Graverobber, as we can trash Border Village for a province and can later get even 2 cards with Graverobber, where the second card doesn't even need to be in the trash. It can also be used in a draw engine, where you use Pillage, a strong attack, to get the pillage you just played right back. Graverobber is highly board dependent and therefore hard to rank. We'll see how the rank of this card might change in the future. Rank 46, Rogue from Dark Ages. We're crossing a gap of 4 percentage points, and there's the next Dark Ages card. It hasn't such high votes like Graverobber, but it has 8 above average votes. But still there are 3 votes below 10%. Rogue is a Graverobber and Knights hybrid. Like all trashing attacks, it can be really powerful if you can play them every turn, maybe even multiples of them. It has the huge advantage over Saboteur that it gives you at least the benefit of +2 coins. You can even get the cards you trashed back, which can be huge, especially if you're using highways to trash your opponent's provinces. But the more cards you gain, the more it slows you down, as you probably won't see the rogue as often, what is a similar problem like the one that Thief has. Probably the biggest downside is that you can't choose between gaining and attacking. In a 2-player game, it probably won't slow your opponent so down, because you need 2 rogues per turn basically to attack once. If it's a 2-player mirror match, luck might be a big factor. One opponent may even never be able to attack and is just busy getting his trashed cards back. In a multiplayer game, it's probably even worse, as you won't be able to attack very often. The getting cards back from the trash may be very useful on the other side, when there are trash for benefit cards on the board, because of reasons said before with Graverobber. So, all in all, a weak attack with a heavily board dependent gaining ability. Rank 45, Treasury from Seaside. Treasury lost 2 ranks in comparison to last year. It has 7 above average votes and only 2 votes below 20%, with one of them being on second last. Treasury is really no bad card. You often gladly pick up a cantrip card that gives you money. Especially the top decking ability is really nice if you get it early in the game, as it guarantees you 1 coin more per turn for quite a while. Treasury Chapel is therefore even better than Market Chapel on 24 of the best openings. With 2 free treasuries, you can keep buying good cards every turn. Treasury also combos well with Outpost. But still, treasuries alone are very slow, too slow on most boards. They are therefore better in colony games and in all other games that tend to be slow. Beware of discarding attacks if you have more than 3 treasuries. Treasury is especially good in greenless games like with Bishop or Goons, or when you don't buy victory cards and only gain them with, let's say, Expand. You can then keep top decking them even until the late game and trash them with Expand too. Rank 44, In from Hinterlands. In has lost a lot, 4 ranks and over 6 percentage points. It was voted 12 times above average, but only 3 times over 60%. On the other side, it has 7 votes under 20%. Its main effect is pretty simple. It's a young witch with no attack, but 2 actions instead. So it's a village that doesn't increase your hand size, but has a filter effect. This is nice, but not great. You more often want the money of a bazaar than the filter effect of an inn, but on boards with no trashing but strong draw, you might still prefer an inn. More important is its on-buy effect. Shuffling action cards into the draw pile is great when you time it right, especially when there are nearly no cards in the draw pile. Decks with high action density love in, so you can prepare a scrying pool mega draw or a king's court bridge mega turn, for example. If you manage to have enough money and at least an extra buy with your actions, you can buy an in from the extra buy and won't see your board victory card so fast, especially in combination with Chancellor. Even if you don't necessarily have a high action density and miss 8 coins, buying an in for getting all your nice action cards next turn might be a good move. Rank 43 Library from the base set. Library is 1 rank better than last time. It has 12 above average votes and was voted 4 times above 60% and 4 times below 20%. Its best use may be countering discarding attacks, as it may even set other action cards aside and therefore increase the probability to draw treasures. But it's also very useful for engines with villages that don't increase your hand size, like Fishing Village, Festival or Hamlet. And even in big money, it is a stronger, but more expensive alternative than Smithy, as you won't draw dead libraries or smithies. Rank 42 Council Room from the base set. Council Room is 3 ranks higher and over 4 percentage points better than last time. But on the other side, it has much more disagreement. The deviation is 5.5 percentage points higher than last time. It has some really high votes. It was voted 14 times above average, 7 of them even above 60%. On the other side, it has still 4 votes below 20%. Council Room is really strong per se, but don't underestimate the extra card for your opponent. If he draws a gold or the much needed village for his own council room, he might even profit more from your play than you do on your own. It really only shines on boards with discarding attacks like militia or goons. With such cards you take back the profit from your opponent and have a really big hand and even a plus buy. Its drawing power and plus buy makes it a really good opener combined with Fool's Gold on rank 167. Yeah, thanks again for watching this. I'm glad that I could put this out much faster, and let's hope that I can continue with this time frame. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Until next time.